Matthew, say something.
There's one time I went over my Auntie Sally's house to make a gingerbread house, and I wanted to make a volcano kind of marshmallows, but we were low on pumpernickel rye bread. So then we went to the store and we got pumpernickel rye bread, and the clerk was there and he said, "Do you want this paper or plastic?" And I said, "I want the little leprechauns to make me toast with bacon and eggs and salsa because it was Mexican Cinco de Mayo day." And then I started doing the Spanish alphabet, and all of a sudden my Spanish teacher came in. She whacked me with a ruler because I messed up with my Viente y Cinco. I said Viente y Dos and I messed up. And then all of a sudden the sky started turning purple, and then little raindrops started falling, but they weren't regular raindrops. They were little kitties who had toothless mouths, and there was little basketballs floating in their mouth, and then there was a big basketball game. But everyone in the basketball game was all dressed up like businessmen. And then Michael Jordan tried doing a 360 do like dunk, but he can't do it anymore because he's old and he has bad joints. And then I went to the hospital, and there was this little black boy from Ethiopia, and he had little turds coming down his throat, and then he started doing the national anthem, but he didn't have any more wooden desks left up in his sternum. Then his sternum got really hard, and then he broke his Adam's apple. Then all of a sudden Smokey the Bear came out of nowhere, and he started doing the chicken noodle dance with a soda on the side, but it was Coke, and he wanted V8 splash juice, you know, the new one that they sell in schools with carrot juice and applesauce. So then he started eating it, and all of a sudden I see Popeye coming out with his spinach, and he goes, "Arr, Popeye, arr, arr." But he didn't have spinach in his cane, he had olives. And I thought Popeye usually had spinach, not olives, and so then he wasn't jacked anymore. So then I went to Ocean State, and Tommy was there making his pumpernickel rye bread. He was putting pumpernickel rye bread in his protein shake. Then all of a sudden he started doing push-ups with weighted elephants on his back. I was like, "Whoa, you can do a push-up with a weighted elephant on your back? You must be jacked out of your mind." They go, "Yeah, you know, I've been working out for 45 years. I go, I know. So then I walked down the street and I see Homer Simpson coming out riding up in his whip. Then all of a sudden he throws AAA batteries at me for no reason. Then he drives off. Then Stewie from Family Guy comes out of nowhere and he goes, "Arr, arr," and he started acting like a pirate. I was like, Stewie, calm down. I thought you were a big TV star now in America." He goes, "Arr, arr," and all he could say was "arr." Then all of a sudden I see SpongeBob coming out with little bananas flowing through his eyeballs, and then he started crying out goosebumps. Goosebumps were just coming out of his eyes. Oh, 55 old limit. I went outside and I saw grass, and then I saw the moon, and then I went to the mall. Then Gary came outside and he wanted to go to the Abercrombie & Fitch, but my gift card ran out and I didn't have any more money to spend, so I went up to Taco Bell and I run a taco. Then I put extra lettuce on it, then I ran to Smithfield Commons, and I went to the other Taco Bell, then I do an 800. Then I got my skateboard and I went down a mud pie slide of ice cream with little rabbits coming outside saying, "You can't come here without the secret password." I was like, "What's the secret password?" And they said, "Alpha Tui Majigi." So I said, "Alpha Tui Majigi." Then they let me buy. Then I went on the treadmill. Then I said, "What's the capital of Asia?" Then they said, "Boing, boing, 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 boing." So I went to Asia. Then I got some hot sauce. Then I put it on my bread. Then I dunked it in rye bread. And then the pumpernickel rye bread protein shake came out of nowhere. Then they dumped it on my head. Then I won a Nickelodeon with our cousin Skeeter, you know, that little puppet from back in the day. Then Are You Afraid of the Dark? Then I got this hardwood desk, then I started carving my name in it in school. Then Mr. Milligan came outside and he looked like Adam Shavis, then he got his blue eyes, but then they turned neon red, then he got the boombox, he went around like so then out and then I went to the moon, then I got a rocket ship, then I went around all the planets and I orbited all of them.